Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the zodiac sign Cancer and their appearance, and yes, it does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant. Well, let me get started. Well, first thing I want to just point out is, of course, that you have to factor in races and ethnicity into this because obviously some of this won't apply and pertain to some people depending on the race and ethnic background. So but some of it may and some may not. So anyway, it's just a general physical description of the zodiac sign Cancer. So anyway, first thing, look at Cancer and their appearance. Well, Cancer can often be diminutive in stature. They're generally between short to average height. The appearance can be round. They can have a very round visage. Tend to be heavier than average. They do tend to put on weight. I think maybe this is attributed to the fact that food can equal love for Cancer people. And also, I think also might be attributed to the body's perhaps propensity to retain water as well. Could have something to do with it. Now, also looking at Cancer, the arms and legs could be generally short. The shoulders can be about average in width but rounded. Now, as far as the head goes for Cancer, well, the face could generally either be round or oval, and Cancer often has a very fair or light complexion to the face. And the hair tends to be of a brownish color. Generally, could vary, could be between light and dark brown. Could be light, so in other words, light brown, brown, or dark brown. Generally, it seems to be generally a shade of brown. And often the hair is not overly thick or profuse. It's not overly strong in its growth. And another thing too is looking at as far as the face of Cancer. Well, Cancer often can have small features. Their features can be diminutive, and the eyes sometimes can be asymmetrical. One might be a little bit larger than the other and or at a higher position than the other. As many of you may know, my sun sign is in Cancer, and one of my eyes are a little bit higher than the other one. Now, the nose could be rather short, and sometimes maybe be prominent at the end. Sometimes, not sometimes, generally speaking, the mouth can be as small as well. As I stated before, the features can be small for Cancer. And the eyes can often be gray in color, and they could often have a watery look to them. It's almost like it's connected with the fact that Cancer is a water sign and that they are very emotional. Even when Cancer laughs a lot, that inclination may be to cry. There's just something about them that have that strong emotional energy in them, and it comes out. Even laughing, Cancer might be more apt to cry than the average person. Now, another thing too is that Cancers can often have, as far as the stomach area, they could have the propensity to put on the weight in that area especially. I know a lot of people can do this regardless of zodiac sign, but Cancer even more so than others because of the astrological correspondence with that part of the body. And the chest, the upper body can often be much larger than the lower. Cancer natives, sun, moon, or ascendant, can have very large chest area. Now, Arnold Schwarzenegger, last time I checked, he has a Cancer ascendant now, and he's got fairly good sized chest area. Now, a lot of that is attributed to the fact that he was a bodybuilder. He may still work out. I don't know about that or not, but I know at one time he was one of the elite prolific bodybuilders. That has something to do with it, but I think Cancer Ascendant might play a role in that as well. The Cancer women can often be beautiful. Angelina Jolie, actress, she has a Cancer Ascendant. And another thing about Cancer too, as far as the appearance goes, now the forehead for Cancer can often be broad and receding, maybe even infant-like even. And also the profile of the Cancer's face can sometimes have like that crescent look to it, almost like the moon. Now, another thing about Cancer too and their appearance, unfortunately with Cancer, there's something about them that sometimes can be, they could get a little bit disheveled in their appearance for whatever reason. And there's just something with them where that happens. I don't know if it has to do with apathy or what happens with that, but also the appearance as far as clothes, what Cancer may like to wear, generally traditional and conservative, I would say, as far as what Cancer likes to wear. Generally nothing flamboyant or outlandish. So another thing too is the eyebrows of Cancer in the appearance. They could often be very strongly arched. They could almost have an inquisitive look to them, almost like a question-asking type look. It was interesting. One day I was watching some news show, and the TV, I guess he's a TV talk show host, Charlie Rose. And I looked at him and I said, well, I wonder if if he might have a Cancer Ascendant, because I noticed his eyebrows, just looking at the eyebrows, were very arched, almost question-asking, looked very what I call an inquisitive look to them. And sure enough, he had Cancer rising. I thought that was interesting. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for Cancer and their appearance. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be talking about Leo and their appearance. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.